Welcome everyone to this explainer. So look, if you're tuning into this, you probably already know the deal. Learning French is literally the golden ticket to unlocking the absolute best of life in Montreal. I mean, it's a super welcoming city, but really, mastering the language, that's the secret sauce for your career, feeling totally integrated, and, just getting through your daily life without breaking a sweat. But here's the thing, and it happens to almost every newcomer. Figuring out exactly where to start can feel completely overwhelming. You're trying to juggle a whole new life, maybe a new job, and suddenly you've got to learn a whole new language without completely emptying your bank account? Well, don't worry, because today we're going to cut right through all that noise. I'm going to walk you through a highly curated toolkit of the absolute best free and affordable resources right here in Montreal, so you can start building your fluency with total confidence. But first, let's be real for a second. How many times have you stopped and asked yourself, is mastering French actually impossible? It is so unbelievably common to feel that way. The anxieties that newcomers face, they're totally valid. You're probably stressed about finding the time in an already packed schedule, or maybe you're worried about the massive costs of traditional language schools. And honestly, let's not ignore the sheer downright intimidation of the language barrier when you're literally just trying to order a coffee. If you're feeling that panic, I promise you, you are absolutely not alone. Okay, so let's dive into this. Here is our game plan for today. First up, overcoming the language barrier. Then we'll open up your free learning toolkit, followed by unlocking government financial support, daily immersion and practice, and finally, building your speaking confidence. Let's get right into it. Section 1, overcoming the language barrier and dismantling the hurdles. Look, we have to acknowledge right off the bat that this is the single biggest hurdle for anyone in Montreal. But hey, a hurdle is just something you jump over, right? It's really a classic battle of fear versus reality. On one side, you've got this paralyzing fear of making mistakes in public, the absolute dread of expensive private tutors draining your wallet, and this nagging feeling that there just aren't any structured resources out there for you. But flip that over, and what's the actual reality? The reality, the one we're empowering you with today, is that there are incredibly accessible free tools out there. There are subsidized classes pretty much everywhere, and there is this massively supportive community of language exchange networks just waiting for you to jump in. You honestly just need to know where to look. Moving on to Section 2, your free learning toolkit, building the foundation. We've pulled together this high-value toolkit specifically to cut out the fluff for busy adults. It's just the stuff that actually works. Now, what's really interesting here is how these tools are categorized for maximum efficiency. So you've got your online apps like Duolingo and Memrise. These are brilliant, totally free tools, but you have to know what they're actually built for, and that's laying down your vocabulary foundation. They give you the raw materials, but, knowing the words isn't the same as having a conversation. That's exactly where the community language exchange groups come in. This is where you practice with local native speakers, usually for free. It's that critical shift from passively tapping on your phone to actually speaking in the real world. Think of it as a perfectly logical 3-step progression. Step 1, you use those passive apps to build up your vocabulary base. Step 2, you take those brand new words and force yourself to use them in active conversation through local exchange groups. And then Step 3, you bring the whole shebang into your daily life through local immersion. When you sequence your learning journey like this, you're not just throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. You're following a proven, highly efficient roadmap. All right, Section 3, unlocking government financial support, funding your fluency. Now, this is a real game changer, and it's probably one of the most underutilized lifelines available to newcomers in Quebec. Here is a fact that absolutely blows people's minds. The governments of Quebec and Montreal actually have specific programs designed to subsidize your language classes, and in a lot of cases, they even provide completely free tutoring. No joke, you do not have to carry the financial burden of learning French all by yourself. The support is literally sitting right there, waiting for you to claim it. So, how does that actually break down? Well, government grants can completely wipe out the financial barrier. Then you've got community centers, which are super affordable and give you that structured classroom-style path that some of us really need to stay focused. And finally, local tutors. Now, the cost on that varies, obviously, but the huge benefit is that you get instruction that's perfectly tailored to your exact learning style. The takeaway here, finding the right environment for you doesn't have to mean emptying your savings account. Section 4, daily immersion and practice, living the language. Okay, we know what resources to use, so now let's talk about shifting from just studying French to actually living it every single day. I really want you to take a second and adopt this core philosophy right now. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Seriously, If you try to sprint, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna get frustrated, and you're probably gonna quit. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Doing just 15 minutes of French every day is infinitely more powerful than cramming for 3 hours on a Sunday and then forgetting it all by Tuesday. So how do you actually run that marathon? Well, here are 4 super practical things you can literally start doing today. First, build a daily routine that actually fits your crazy schedule. Second, put on some local Montreal media. Get used to the specific accent and the whole rhythm of the city. Third, swap out your playlist for some French music while you're commuting or making dinner. And fourth, actually, this is a classic because it works so well, grab a pack of sticky notes and label the objects around your house in French. Every time you open the fridge or turn on a lamp, boom, instant passive learning. And finally, section 5, building your speaking confidence, embracing the journey. Because let's be honest, all the vocabulary in the world won't do you any good if you're too terrified to open your mouth and actually use it. So the crucial point here is that confidence isn't just about knowing the words, it's entirely a psychological process. It's all about reframing your mistakes. You have got to stop seeing those awkward, embarrassing moments as failures. They're not. They're absolutely mandatory, positive stepping stones in your journey. Every single time you mess up a verb tense or completely butcher a word at the bakery, you are literally one step closer to fluency. You've got to embrace the messiness of it, because when you finally push through that fear, the payoff is just incredible. The true reward isn't just checking off a vocabulary list. It's walking out your front door and confidently navigating your day. It's finally having a real chat with your neighbors. It's fully participating in everything this vibrant city has to offer. By using these free tools consistently and just kind of laughing off your mistakes, you're not just learning a language, you're building a bridge to a much richer, totally integrated life here in Montreal. And that brings us to the end of our roadmap. But honestly, it's just the beginning of your journey. So I want to leave you with this. Which of these resources are you going to try first? Are you going to download an app right this second? Or maybe go look up a local language exchange meetup? Jump down into the comments and let us know your plan. And hey, drop your favorite learning tip while you're at it. Take that first step today, and we'll see you next time.